Hey guys, it's Looks by Lo. I'm going to attempt to do my first video, my very first YouTube video. Today is January 4th, 2014. I always get so many compliments on my makeup and my eyebrows and how do I do this and how do I do that. And I've always tried to do pictorials, but I can never get them as great as the girls that I see on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. So I'm going to try and do a video. I thought about a bunch of different ideas and things to do, and I couldn't really put my finger on one or figure out which one exactly I wanted to do for my first video. So I think I'm going to do eyebrows. I always get so many compliments on those. So we'll get started. Okay, as you can see, I do have a plain face, nothing on at all. This is my natural face, my natural look, nothing at all. I'm going to show you two different ways to do eyebrows today, one with powder and one with gel. Personally, I love the gel better just because I like a more dramatic look. When I do my makeup face, I love my face to be totally beat. So I want dramatic eyebrows because everything on my face is dramatic. Well, whereas for powder, it's also dramatic, but just not as dramatic. You definitely can see a difference. So I'm going to do one powder eyebrow and one gel. Okay, as you can see, my eyebrows are a little thin on the ends. So I won't apply too much product to the inside of my eyebrows, just to the ends and to give it some shape. And the same with this one. Now, nobody's eyebrows are even, I don't think. And mine definitely aren't. So, as you can also see, this one goes like down a little further. This one kind of stops up here. So, I'm also going to extend the length a little bit on this side. Now, the first brush I'm going to use is just a brow grooming brush. I'm just going to brush the hairs of my eyebrows just to make sure it's going in all the same direction, so when I apply my product it doesn't look really crazy. So you can see that I'm brushing my eyebrow hair in all the same direction. Okay. So then I'm going to take my angle brush. Already has a little product on it, but that's okay. This is my eyebrow brush, so I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to use Espresso by Matte. And it's a brown color. You always want to use a powder or a gel that's a little lighter than your eyebrow color. So I'm just going to go ahead and just fill it in. You don't need a lot of product either, just little by little. And you just fill it in until you get the fullness that you desire. Now, I don't like my eyebrows really full, but I just like to give them a little shape. So now that I pretty much have the shape of my eyebrow how I want it, I'm just going to go in with the powder and I'm just going to fill it. Now, like I said, my eyebrows are really kind of thin, so you can't see the outlining. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill my eyebrow. Now, I also like it to look a little natural, a little more natural. So I just kind of put two lines right at the bottom of my eyebrow and right at the top. I don't want to make that box shape because it doesn't look as natural. I want to make it look like the hair is flowing into my brow. And that's one. And you can already see the difference. And it's not so harsh. Now, anytime I use powder for my eyebrows, I always want to set it with a clear mascara. It just helps it stay on a little longer. So I'm going to go in with clear mascara, and I'm just going to brush that right over top in the same direction as my hair so it doesn't mess up the look of my eyebrow. And it's really simple. That one is done for the most part. I'm all stuttering. That one's done for the most part. Now my favorite. We're gonna get started on the gel. This is my absolute favorite product for gel. My friend Janice got me hooked on it, and I'm in love. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in Ebony. Love this eyebrow product. Now, since we already brushed this side, I'm going to use the same angled brush to go in and do this side of my eyebrows. Now, you don't need much product. You just want to dab a little, because this a little goes a long way. So now this one you'll be able to see the outlining just because it's more defined with the gel. So I'm gonna just, so you can kind of see it already. And like I said, this side is kind of shorter than this side, so I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit more. I didn't even need to dip my brush twice. So that's how natural you want it. And then I'm just gonna use the product that's already on my brow, and I'm just gonna pull it up and just use the product that's already there, because since it's gel, I don't want it to be too harsh, but I still want that natural eyebrow look. And see, it's done. Now, as you can see the difference, this one is definitely a little darker and more dramatic as opposed to the powder, but I love both. But when I do my full face, I just have to have this eyebrow. Now I'm going to start to conceal my eyebrows, and I love this part. So I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW 25? I'm not really sure. I have so many different concealers, and I've just been using this one a lot lately. So we're going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and you don't need a lot, just a little dab. Maybe like that much. Then I'm going to use my flat eyebrow contour brush by EcoTools. Love this brush. And I'm just going to dab just a little. Just a little. See? Just a little. And then you're going to put that right under your eyebrow to create and define that line. Now this color will be a few shades lighter than your skin tone, just because when you apply your eyeshadow and the rest of your product, you want it to be kind of a highlight under your eye. So then we're just going to blend that in. You can bring it down because it'll be covered. You can blend that all the way in. And I don't contour the top, I don't conceal the top of my eyebrows, just because I feel like it's too much, and I'm all about natural. And see, there you have it for your powdered eyebrow. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to dab a little We're going to do the same thing for the side with the gel. Since I had brought the eyebrow down a little more, I'm going to just have to extend it and then just blend it down.